to Yahweh Shem Shai Shem Makakwadash. And shalom to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect out there. Anyway, I'm going to entitle this video, Scott Ritter says it would be suicide if the U.S. fought Iran. I'm not talking about Russia. So you got to watch this whole video. I watched 7 minutes or so. I kind of pulled it back a little bit. It's really like 8 minutes redacted. I'm surprised that this is still up. So if you don't know about Scott Ritter, you can look him up. You can go to Google, you can go to YouTube, and you get an idea of who this man is. He was a Marine, former Marine, war expert. He was a member of the during the time of after 9/11, he was one of the weapons inspectors in Iraq. So he goes back, we're talking more than 20 years. So he knows war. He's been in the field. You got to watch this whole video. And yeah, he doesn't mince any words either. That's why I'm surprised. This is up on the tube. So the title, as you can see, is War with Iran would be suicide and the U.S. will lose. Scott Ritter. He's a U.S. Marine, military guy, American. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click the closed caption. It says here, coast of Lebanon with a 2,000 men, meaning 2,000 Marines were shipped over there for this war, this potential war, and just in case the U.S. has to get involved. So let me just skip. It says, let me do this. 200 men, 2,000 men, amphibious ready group to fight Hezbollah. Hezbollah is 100,000 men, highly trained, dug in. Let me bring this back. Dug into the hills of southern Lebanon, and Lebanon is involved in a war, who's been preparing for this fight. For this fight, we have gone insane. Let me just make it very clear. America can't fight and win a war in the world, in the oikoumene sense. Right now, world right now, against any power that has any military capability, we're that weak. What should come to mind? Joel 3. Let the weak say, I am strong. That's also in Isaiah 13. And the great equalizer are these missiles. World right now against any power that has any military capability, where that week we are literally even stop people coming across our own northern border. 15,000 people per day, so we can really extend ourselves. Going all the way to China and Iran, former allies, I suppose, in Saudi Arabia, against us as well. The bid administration getting the cold shoulder from Saudi Arabia. But the Biden administration seems keen on raising another $100 billion for the war in Ukraine. Billion for the war in Ukraine, and to funnel money into Israel over 24 hours. Zelensky on the Ukraine side has said, and this is Obadiah verse 7, has said, see all these long range weapons you've sent us have worked. Weapons you have sent us have worked. And now took down 8 Russian helicopters. On this same video, he speaks about Biden calling for a draft, and pretty much he's saying in not so many words that the people are not with the current president, so they're going to protest the draft. And they always protest draft. The draft for the Vietnam conflict, there was a lot of protests, man. He turned a lot of these straight kids, they went to school, for America, the American way, love it or leave it, became hippies, man, became, rebels against this system. And everybody, there's a lot of people around the world that are taking the side of Palestine against Israel. So, the opinion of the world is not with, the U.S. So if you watch the video, you can actually hear him say it. So, this is one. Oh, and he also spoke about how China is fully backing Russia. And what does it say in Ezekiel 38? Let Russia, Gog and Magog, be a guard unto them. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom. It's getting hot. It's getting hot.